Hotep. This is Shakandugu Kemet. My YouTube account is IFROSTYLY. I'm addressing the claims of Wesley Muhammad, Dr. Wesley Muhammad. He has a PhD, amazingly. Good job for him. However, the claims don't match the title. For those who don't know, he claims that Muhammad ibn Abdullah was black. Well, the only problem is that he's a self-proclaimed follower of Elijah Muhammad. And unfortunately, Elijah Muhammad has said that Muhammad ibn Abdullah was a white man. First of all, I want to say that it's a shame that when I addressed Wesley in 2010 in the video Setting the Record Straight, I will put the link. Back then he had 95 videos. Today he has 43 videos on his official YouTube account. I'm gonna say the name because I don't feel like doing no advertisement to falsehood today. Now, look at this. Elijah Muhammad meets the press. It's an excerpt reprinted from Muhammad Speaks newspaper, February 4th, 1972. And by the way, you can just type what I said and what you will read on the screen, and it will show up on the search engine. That's for those who say, oh, well, it's taken out of context. You know, the little groupies. And the question is, what did you mean, new, different from orthodox? And Elijah Muhammad responded, I mean just that. We have a new Islam coming up. The old Islam was led by white people, white Muslims, but this one will not be. This Islam will be established and led by black Muslims only. So here we have it. Elijah Muhammad said, quote, the old Islam was led by white people, white Muslims, end quote. And it's just not a one-off. For those who don't know, for those who've been sleeping on my account, I will put the link once again. There's another quote from Elijah Muhammad, quote, the Muhammad that was here 1400 years ago was a white man, end quote. That's his, I guess, his most famous quote regarding the ethnicity of Muhammad ibn Abdullah. This is on the Theology of Time on page 3. But because I'm so kind and they're saying that caring is sharing, you will have the link and you will have the audio. You know, I'm going to another level. Another quote that I put recently and I had people very quiet. They've been very quiet on this one because it's really hurtful to their claims. Quote, that is the white race. They are the Arabic people, end quote. That's Elijah Muhammad who says that. It's an audio and I will put the link once again so you can go and listen to it. You understand what I'm saying? So now we have these three quotes that kind of really crush Wesley Muhammad's claim, unless he wants to say and admit that Elijah Muhammad was wrong. And there's no problem with that. I never met anybody who was right and exact about everything, you know, and the things that we should stop teaching falsehood. That's my thing, man. I don't care if you like the dude, if the dude did a lot for you, falsehood is falsehood. And nothing wrong with saying, well, it was wrong there. We leave the bad and keep the good. But see, people want to do acrobatics and want to do some buck dancing. You understand what I'm saying? And coming from PhD, it's lame, but nothing new. You know what I'm saying? This Islamic branch, you know. Anyway, New Age Islamic branch, maybe I should say, because they're not orthodox, but that's another discussion. The only thing that Wesley Muhammad has came up with, the best he could come up with, are two quotes from Elijah Muhammad. The first one, quote, Muhammad was a member of the black nation, end quote. I believe, okay, I'm not going to make a mistake, but I think that quote might be in Message to the Black Man, but I'm not 100% sure. The other quote, quote, both the Arab prophet Muhammad and Jesus were dark men and brothers of the darker nation, end quote. Now I'm going to deal with the second quote first. The second one is interesting because he says that Muhammad and Jesus were dark men. So if dark means black to you, well, I guess anybody who gets a tan is in the crew. The second thing is that it says that they are brothers of the darker nation, not of the darker nation, but brothers of the darker nation. Now, with the first quote, Muhammad was a member of the black nation. We're going to deal with the black nation. What is the black nation? Now, in the book, The History of Jesus' Birth, Death, and What It Means. By the way, that's a book that I have already quoted when Elijah Muhammad claims that Jesus was stabbed in the heart, and that's how he died, and that you can see his body for a $6,000 fee and a certificate from the Pope of Rome. I will give the link to this video as well, so you can see when I'm reading from the book. So, page 14, it says, quote, the Aboriginal Egyptians are people of the black nation, and even the modern people of Egypt. In fact, all original Asiatic people are of the black nation. But the American so-called Negroes think that they do not have any people except those who are in the jungles of Africa. The only people who are not members of the black nation are the white race. End quote. So don't worry, don't trip about the little part about, jungles of Africa. It's something that's common. We're used to it. In Message to the Black Men, the pygmies are referred to as savage pygmies of Africa. And all through the Moorish and Nation of Islam, I mean, there are lessons, the lessons, for example, it says that black people strayed from civilization and now live in a jungle life. You understand what I'm saying? The Moors say that black means death, and you know what I'm saying, they're not black and they're Asiatic, so they have a little problem with Africa. It's nothing new, so don't trip about this. Don't trip. Cut them some slack on this. That's their lesson. That's their teaching. That's what they're teaching the babies. And I guess that's why we're in the situation we're in, because it's supreme wisdom. But what's very, very interesting is that it says that even the modern people of Egypt are of the black nation. So there you have it. So I guess Zahir Awas is of the black nation, and all the modern Egyptians. You understand? Go see Zahir was and ask him if he's of the black nation. I would like to know what he has to say about this. But there you have it. So when we are told that Muhammad was of the black nation, and you have somebody who claims that Muhammad was black, so does that mean that the modern Egyptians are black? That's bug dancing. Oh, I don't know. Little homie Wesley, you did your best. But dancing and scholarship don't mix. If you didn't know, now you know. My name is Shaka Ndugu Kemet. My YouTube account is IFROSTYLY. My website is www.afrostyle.com/English. I don't argue, I state facts. Hotep.